You got started without me?
Sort of. I wanted to get a good seat.
Best view in Hamilton.
Thanks.
You look great.
So do you.
So, how'd the research go today? Is there anything new?
Not really. I'm still trying to figure out a way to present it all so it makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely does make sense. It's so disturbing. I barely slept last night.
Really? I slept like a baby. You know what did get in my head?
What?
I've never met anybody like them.
What do you mean?
I've never crossed paths with an international playboy billionaire or a former Army intelligence officer / published author.
You're a convicted murderer who spent most of his life in jail. Why would you want to know people like that?
I wouldn't want to know, Lucas, but even he had to be pretty well connected. I mean, obviously, to be pardoned by a future president of the United States?
I wouldn't want to know any of them. And it's difficult for me to believe that Katie would willingly want to go anywhere with people like that.
Oh? Do you think she was kidnapped?
It's a possibility.
Oh, come on! The rich, famous, and well-connected all travel in the same circles, and they are pretty fucked up. We are playing in the big leagues now. Rules don't apply.
Well, I'm confused as hell.
What did everyone in that car have in common? Oh, I know. They were either rich, entitled, spoiled, or connected.
You forgot dirty.
Oh, that goes without saying. You know, my father always used to say, if you see a rich man, you better bet he screwed a whole bunch of people to get there.
You believe that? We both know a lot of wealthy people who live in this town and who do a lot for this community.
Yeah, but they're not the rich people I'm talking about. The people we know are middle-class people who were smart with their money. I'm talking about the very rich and the very well-connected and the very powerful that we peasants never come in contact with. They own billion-dollar companies and they don't pay taxes and they live above the law and they control everything on this planet.
Now, you sound like a conspiracy theorist.
I am the opposite of a conspiracy theorist. I am a realist. Let me ask you something. Do you think anyone with real power is a good person?
I prefer not to make blanket statements.
Okay. Well, let me give you a hint. The answer is no.
How are you so sure?
Look at the world. It's evil. And the fish rots from the head down. But here's the thing. I don't blame them. I would do the same thing if I were them. People are weak and stupid. And they beg to be taken advantage of.
I think we need to order some food. Hey, June, we'll have 2 cheeseburger specials with truffle fries. Is that okay, Alicia?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, June.
I could use some carbs. Yeah, I have been very good.
So, in your opinion, Katie chose to get into the car that night. Those men were in her social circle, and for whatever reason, they were giving her a ride home.
I didn't say that. I don't know that for sure.
But you think she knew who those men were?
Yes. Or I think that she was going to get to know them. I mean, you do know, in the entertainment industry, it's all who you sleep with. Don't look at me like that. Haven't you been paying attention to the news lately? It's all coming out.
What are you trying to say? You think Katie?
Don't be naive. It's not attractive. I'm kidding. But really, maybe the billionaire was a movie producer and Katie was going home with him.
You think Katie was sleeping with John DeBauer to get movie parts?
I think Katie slept with whomever she had to sleep with to get where she got. Listen, many talented and hard-working actresses don't sleep their way to the top. They sleep their way to the middle. So good for Katie. I mean, it worked. You gotta play the game. If not, better move back home and teach high school theater.
Probably better off. Well, no one should be forced to sleep with their boss to advance their career.
But no one is forced to do anything. Trust me, those women are just as manipulative as the men. The casting couch is consensual.
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe she's not like that, and that's why she's been spending more time in Hamilton.
I doubt